of his life in peace.
Well,
See that?
That's
Damn. In peace. That's what brothers want.
Hey, guess what?
A pillar
want
of
that
rest.
We're gonna give y'all some peace right now at this commercial break.
Right on time. Hey, what's going on? It don't look like we live.
Say it went out again.
Elisha,
Went out again?
Oh,
are we
Lord.
live?
Nope.
Huh?
Esau, man.
Oh, they don't like us today. They don't like us today.
Any idea why?
It's froze on the front.
Shalom, sis. Not right now, maybe later.
I need you to rule over me, rule over me, You shine like the sun and the moon. You light up the room like fire in the sky. You bright like the stars. Don't forget who you are. You're a ruler. You're a
It's All About Fashion is here to teach you a feasible trade that can be passed on from generation to generation, bringing one's talent and creation to life from pattern to material to runway, giving a revival to women and men who are born creators. Classes can be booked one-on-one or online. Please also check us out for our Sip and Stitch pop-up shops.
Do you understand what you're reading? Sometimes you need a little help to connect the dots. The Precept Bible. Gain the perspective. Now you can stand tall, knowing.
We're back on Patient Saints Radio.
So we had to upload again.
Yeah. So how's the feed now?
We had to start it. We had to start a new one.
Let me see if I can find it.
It's still stuck. Is it?
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy,
Stuck on the
man.
three in the middle.
It's stuck on stupid.
Yeah, it's stuck.
All right. But y'all can film this one, right?
We're good.
Yeah,
then
we're
edit
filming
it
it.
and
We're
film
filming
it
it.
and we'll put it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Facebook's
sir.
All right, it looks good to
Need
me.
Go down.
Now I can't find. Okay, there it is.
IURC, ATL,
I'm
Patient
low on
Saints
data.
Radio.
I can't
Look, right now it looks good.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I left the Wi-Fi.
I still got
Oh,
data.
you left the Wi-Fi?
I left the Wi-Fi to help ease up some of their stuff.
So
Yeah.
that's
So
what
that
it is.
so that their Dell computer
Gateway.
Damn.
They got a
the
gateway.
the gateway.
They got a gateway.
So
Oh,
now
there
It's
you go.
working. It says it's good.
Just read.
good.
Yeah, read.
Yeah, because we ain't talk about that no more. We ain't trying to correct no
Hey,
sisters no more.
All right.
All right, E, so we'll start talking about the sisters, all right? So we can just lead a feed along.
Real quick
all right?
before we leave,
Please,
Yes, sir.
please.
like before we got on, Bishop was saying there's a lot of sisters that don't look at themselves as like a 7. And man, I'm telling all my secrets today, bruh.
Now you
You
gotta bring it
can't use
out.
them no more.
we
Yeah,
need to hear them.
There's a sister that I watch on Instagram. Her name is Miss April Mason.
Oh yeah.
I think
Okay.
Oh, that's your folks, huh?
No, you have to listen to some sisters to get a different perspective.
Yeah,
and
I
stuff
get
like
it.
that.
I keep my
But
ear to the
she's
streets
good,
too. I
yeah.
feel you.
Yeah.
And she talks about that a little bit too, how it's not.
Is it a video?
She has a
got
whole
many
series.
videos.
She has
She
a
got
whole
I was gonna say
series.
because you just sent it
Yeah.
in though.
Femininity and different
yeah,
things like that.
That's what she's talking about.
Right,
but I just wanted to make a quick point. It's not basically saying some sisters are ugly. A lot of us are not ugly.
Right.
We just don't know how to. We don't have that confidence in ourselves. We have low self-esteem.
Right.
We don't know how to carry ourselves.
Dress bad.
To beautify ourselves. We dress bad. We
Smell
dress
bad.
overweight. We
the
dress
kids, they smell
clothes
bad.
that are too big for us. Clothes that don't complement our bodies.
Yep.
So it's just certain ways you can carry yourself.
Right.
There's certain sisters. They could be a 5, but you're looking at them the way they carry yourself. You're like, there's something about that sister.
I agree 100%.
Right.
You overlook the looks and everything.
I agree
It's just the
100%.
quality of things that she
And
brings.
that confidence.
That
in her.
confidence.
Right.
Yeah.
They
That's
have
a
to be
big thing.
taught. They have to be
That's
taught.
it.
Exactly. Right.
They
So
think it's
so confidence has to be taught.
Confidence has to be
Yes,
taught,
yes.
but confidence comes from knowing who you are, which goes full circle to what Bishop was saying. If you don't, so what? Telling a little bit about myself. So when I was a little girl, right, and we have an article about this. When I was a little girl, when I was in the 3rd grade, a boy named Timothy. Timothy J was his last name. He said to me, the reason why you so black is because God forgot about you and left you in the oven too long.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
I've heard
That.
Now, when I got home, I said to my mother, is that true? Like, I'm devastated, right? Crying, devastated. Is that true, Ma? That God forgot about me? He doesn't love me. That's why he left me in the oven so long? And she said to me, well, baby, God makes, all different colors and stuff like that. That's not what I needed to hear at that age. Yeah. What I needed to hear was Job 30:30. What I needed to hear was Revelation 1:14. That's what I needed to hear. And so that's the importance of understanding where you come from, and that does something to a child, and as you grow up to become a young woman, did I understand the importance of having dark skin and how beautiful that was? In my late teens and early 20s? Absolutely not. It wasn't until I understood, that this is the color of royalty, and that helps to boost the confidence level. So when you talk about confidence, it comes from here and knowing who you are.
You know what's so heavy,
good.
Mama? Absolutely. Childhood story again. 5th grade. It was don't play the music. Cue music. It's slick. I caught you. 5th grade, Jewish Amalek kid named Adam used to rub it in everybody's face in the classroom. Always mention, I'm Jewish. I'm Jewish.
Yeah.
Had the teacher underneath his finger, everything. Yeah. Now today it's like, damn, I asked
you
the
wish.
Lord,
If I could bump into Adam right now.
Look.
If I could bump into Adam.
You still remember Adam?
Oh yeah, there's certain scars. There's a scar. Right?
You remember his name. Hey, when you can remember their whole name,
no damn Adam.
I know the last name too. I just won't say it.
It's a scar.
His name ain't Adam. His name is Edom.
Edom. Right. He got the wrong name.
I asked the Lord
That's
that day,
Adawam is his name.
I said, make sure, Lord, please give me that.
Hey, but you know what?
That's the one
crazy?
you want to hunt down. That's the one you want. I want to hunt him down.
But now goes back full circle. Now you have a righteous wife.
Yes.
That's raising your children. Even though they're homeschooled, they may get to an environment. They're around people like that may want to challenge them or assert
why you
themselves
look like that or something like
over
that.
them.
Or
now they can say, "Oh, nah."
Dirty back scam.
Yeah. He's crazy as hell.
Ain't nothing like this. A
I'm
clean
sorry, go
sister.
ahead.
But yeah, it just goes full circle. Now your kids can get back for you.
There you go.
You know, so you don't gotta go look for Adam.
Oh, so I know.
You still want it. You still want it.
I got it.
I won't.
Now I got a question, Mama. That the person that told you that made that joke. They was Jake.
Of course they were Jake.
Right, they was Jake.
Of course they
So
were Jake.
it
He was fair skinned, and what's funny is that
That's a whole. I'm sorry. I have a problem with that term fair skin.
But it's the truth. It's the truth.
But I'm a speak
It's
for
not
it.
fair.
Exactly.
If you call it fair, then what is unfair skin?
What is unfair?
What dark skin was
And-
not. What they used to call it, like yellow bone.
right.
Yellow
There's
bone.
this whole,
High
there's this whole
High yellow.
spectrum.
Right. I didn't want you to deviate from what you were saying, but I couldn't let the word go because every time I hear it, it's a defense.
So what's fair about
My point was that's how brainwashed we are.
Yeah. And I try to catch that.
Another
I try to correct
dark-skinned
it everywhere I hear it.
person
Yeah.
will see another dark-skinned person and say, "Oh, you got left in the oven too long."
Right.
That goes back to your point.
You
We
so
don't
black,
know.
you
These things happen
P-Sweet
because
tea.
we don't know who we are.
They gave you the nice version.
Right.
So
I'm black as hell.
Oh, I
what do
got
we do?
called
What do we
Blackie,
do?
all that.
Yeah.
So we
I've
traumatize each other in the hood every
told her she
day.
left in the
As
oven.
kids, we traumatize each other. We take on that trauma,
and then we put on blonde wigs.
There you go.
Yep. Right.
Mary
We
J.
bleach
Blige.
the hair, like Mary J.
Like when we read in the Bible and they use the term that she was fair.
Yep.
They the damn devil have taken that and put some blonde head looking mop.
Right.
Talk about this no, the fair meant she was beautiful. And black.
Right.
They told me I was so black I get cut. I believe you.
People think about Potiphar's wife and they think that she was black.
Y'all remember we used to say you was an African booty scratcher back in school. All that kind of stuff.
This is mean, man. Hey, but you know what's so beautiful?
Judah,
this,
man.
Hey, this
Judah. Freaking Judah,
I'm telling you, this show is epic. Granted, the devil tried to intervene, but everything has just flowed. What you guys are saying actually goes right into what this sister is saying right here. Can we play that?
Fast forward to when you see her. Yeah, minute 30. You good.
About her experiences being a Afro-Latina in Mexico. Let's roll that.
Let's get into it. I think this is a conversation we should be having more often. I start discussing race in Mexico, and everybody wants to come for me because this is what they're saying. Race is not to be addressed in Latin American countries. Addressing of race is only a USA thing. No, it's not a US thing, because guess what? Racism is not just a US thing. Oppression is not just a US thing. Colorism and classism is not just a US thing. And yes, in our country, in Mexico, we experience lots of classism and colorism. And guess what comes hand in hand with that? Racism. And guys, there's a huge resistance to the shit I'm bringing up here, which is crazy to me how people don't realize that it's low-key racist what they're telling me. To not bring up blackness in Mexico. What the hell? Most Mexicans are racist and they don't even fucking know it. If you've never experienced racist energy with Mexicans, it's because you're good. You're privileged.
Hey, officer, fast forward a little bit to when she's showing her TikTok. Go up a little bit more. Oh, right there. Find the beginning of that part. Because she actually shows her parents that are both from Mexico.
Dark-skinned, indigenous-looking woman. I actually saw that on her TikTok page.
So here's a picture of my parents. So as you can see, my father is a dark-skinned black man from Mexico. My mother's family is from Yucatan, Quintana Roo. So it's more like that indigenous side. Most people from Quintana Roo or in that area are Mayan. My father's family is from Oaxaca. That's located in the south of Mexico on the coast.
Stop. If you remember when we went to Mexico, that's where Bishop wanted to go. He wanted to go to Oaxaca. And they jacked us up.
They alienated.
They kept us in the tourist side. But go ahead, play it.
Of us, we talk about Afro-Mexicans, being Afro-Mexican. That's how we identify. But when I came here to the U.S., this was just such a rare thing. Even today, people are like, what? Because people have this idea of Mexicans that, being Mexican is a race. And that, we wear sombreros and eat burritos. So I don't look like a typical Mexican. We don't look like typical Mexicans. So people don't believe that we're Mexican, I guess.
You have to think about the Afro, Latinos or Afro-Mexicans.
Go up a little bit further, back to where she was talking, just so we could go back. Oh yeah. Keep going. Because he goes into a little history. I think we might have missed it.
Yeah, it was back a little bit.
He goes into history of a lot of so-called Afro-Latinos that helped liberate that helped liberate Mexico. Right. And he goes into some history. Yes. Go back to her to when she's talking, because she talks about how her father would be sitting.
We just passed it.
We passed it. Okay.
Go a little bit right there.
Is that it?
Go ahead, play it.
On the census. All this time they've been there. And they've been staying, of course, in their areas, like I think they said Veracruz, is it Osaka? Y'all know those names. I'm saying it wrong. They've been there like forever, right? Now, you got to think about it. There are pivotal figures in Mexican history. They helped get the Spanish off of Mexico's back. You got to think about one brother who was, half indigenous, half African, Jose Maria Morelos. Now he became a military leader. He helped, fight against the Spanish, beat they behind about 22 different times in battle. And he is one of the heroes, in Mexico. He was eventually captured and then he was, killed. Then you got to think about Vicente Guerrero, one of the presidents, the second president of Mexico. He was the brother that ended slavery in Mexico in 1810. He was also a military leader as well. Even when they talk about Cinco de Mayo and all of that, there was a lot of black folks that fought and helped get the Spanish off of Mexico's back. Now, when Vicente Guerrero had ended slavery in 1810, it was a free, country. This is why you had some of my ancestors who left America that escaped slavery from Texas, and then they would go into Mexico because it was a free country. And then when the slave masters tried to go and retrieve these black people, the Mexican army they behind
right up out of there,
right back out of there to go. They had behind back to Texas with that. A lot of black folks joined the Mexican.
Real quick. Some of y'all in the comments, they're going into, if he's dark skinned, that means he must be Judah.
No,
she's not. Like is that really y'all conversation right now?
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of too.
Like some of y'all simple as hell. Turkey back, excuse me. Lord forgive me. It turkey backs off of what Mother Shamar was saying about the comments sometimes that are made to our people. Yeah. So there will be a variation in color because scripture says that we're like a speckled bird. Mm-hmm. So there will be a variation in complexions, right? Mm-hmm. But the crazy part is both lighter and darker are fighting against the same oppressor.
Yep. Absolutely.
Right.
But yet, in the midst of it, we're oppressing ourselves, weakening ourselves to fight against the oppressor.
Dumb.
Even down to the comments.
It makes no sense.
Who does that? That's powerful niggardry.
We do.
I was just reading that same comment, thinking, shaking my head, because so my grandmother is my mother's mom is really dark. So my oldest brother is darker than Mama Shamar. And then my grandfather is Gad, look like Gad. So that's where my complexion come from. But between all the 5 kids that my mother has had, some took
range and
we all from the same people, but one took color from my grandma, one took color from my grandfather.
Like my children,
beautiful,
and so
baby girl.
And look, you better not say anything up in my house. You'll get your what? Yeah. So when I came, I think I was in Virginia one time, and it was a dark skinned sister, and I was like, hey, and she was like, you speaking to me? Because I had never really
interact. That wasn't your thing.
I've never.
You never seen
a divide.
It's a divide because of the way my household was going. She was like, "You talking to me?" But she was from Virginia, and I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" Because we was the only 2 black people there. So she was like, "Well."
She had grown up.
She don't know how to deal with it.
Interact. I was like, what is going on? Like, I was flabbergasted.
It's a lot of culture shocks once you get out of once you get out of your 4 walls in your household. It's a lot of culture shocks. Like,
so when she was telling me, I could not believe. I was like, what?
There is so much colorism within the Israelite, and you see those old pictures where it says no niggas, no dogs, no Mexicans.
Yes.
Right. That all goes back to what this sister was
saying
saying right here.
Damn,
shout out to Uza.
That goes right back to
Uza. Pickles.
Oh man, I've been the volume of this show.
Emotional, damn it.
But for somebody to say just because you're dark skinned, you're Judah, and just because you light skinned, you're not. That don't make no sense. Because I could bring my brothers and sisters in here, and you would be, your mind would be blown.
I'm gonna show you right now. Hey,
Look, Ezra.
Come here, Ezra.
Oh yeah, Ezra.
Come stand right here, bro.
Just ask in the comments, what tribe is he? Ask in the comments.
Come
Boy,
they're
gonna get it now.
Nah, they ain't gonna
Hey,
get it.
turn around. Come back here. Turn around.
Automatic.
Hey, everybody post in the comments.
Surely
put the
he's
cameras on
Zebulon.
him. Just stand there.
I think he's
Ezra,
Zebulon.
just stand there. Everybody put in the comments.
Come down. You gotta-
Everybody know
No,
he's
put the
squat down.
camera
His back hurt. He can't do all that.
Oh yeah. He got a bad back.
All right. Everybody put in the comments.
Everybody know he Judah.
Man,
What?
hey, hush, man.
You
Damn.
What tribe is this man from, y'all?
Someone said it's a car.
Okay.
What tribe is he from? We say Issachar.
There we go.
It's a van.
It's a car.
It's a van.
What else?
get some light on
What
the
else
brother?
y'all got?
Said Benji.
Can we get some light on him or something?
We ain't got no lights. You know, we got no budget.
Levi,
Can't tell.
Levi.
Issachar,
Okay.
Judah,
Okay.
Gad.
Judah.
Someone said
They
Benji.
saying
Issachar,
Judah
Ephraim.
because he said
Somebody said that's Drake's brother.
It's rape.
That's little Drake.
my uncle look just
Judah
like him.
or Benji,
I got an uncle look just like him.
Okay.
Simeon, Ephraim.
Like,
I say
it's
Simeon.
crazy.
Hey, they call you a speckled bird.
Wow.
That's
But
your
this is
tribe,
going
bro.
back to the
Speckle,
point, right?
speckle.
He's a cake unturned.
Hey, say it in the microphone what tribe you are, bro.
Mighty tribe of Benjamin.
Only a couple people got it right.
He done messed a whole lot of heads up.
Yeah, you just jacked everybody up right
Leave
now.
your colorism at your mama house.
Yeah. Leave your Willie Lynch. Leave your Willie Lynch off the comment board.
There you go.
So your mother is Ephraim, correct? Yeah. So his mother's Ephraim, his father is Benjamin.
Wow.
Long time I sit upon the wall
So
and
that's why we
watching my
can't go
wife.
by color.
Wheel up selector.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey,
No
but you know what?
colorism.
What's also so heavy, because she said Mexicans are very, very racist. And as the brother was bringing out the history pertaining to those in Veracruz and things of that nature, the darker in let me get the Cali out of me. The darker in Mexico you get, I mean, the further, the deeper in Mexico you get,
Mexico.
the darker
not Mexico.
the people are. So there's an issue, and I'll say this with California, where you will have, and I told you about the gang culture, your Northaniels and your Southanos, farmers, and those down south, and they hate border brothers and they hate paisas. That's
What's
what
a
they're
paisa?
called.
That's us. That's Southern Kingdom, right?
Right. Pacific, mainly in that area down there. Right? So everybody's grandmother comes from Mexico, though. So you'll have the the Northaniels that don't deal with the gang culture in Southern California. They all have to come together at one point to go visit family. Meanwhile, you hate each other. But everybody's abuelita is in Mexico.
Abuelita.
You understand?
Abuela.
I be messing it up.
Abuela.
I'm thinking about the cocoa.
So you hate each other, but you still going to grandma's house.
They will come
Still gotta
and
go
put
see
on. They will
grandma.
take off in the north. They will take off the red rag and put that blue on to be able to see family. Then when they come back out, put
the
back
red
on.
rag
So they hate each other here
They hate each other.
in Babylon, but then they gotta be family again to go home and see grandmama.
Yeah,
for.
everybody stems from Mexico.
Wow.
Damn.
Everybody's still kin.
Wow.
Everybody's still kin.
That's why the work of waking up the Northern Kingdom is so important.
Right.
To remove that colorism, to remove that self-hatred, because really it's war within the family.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Right.
you got to be able to overcome that.
And that goes to the weakening process. Our fighting internally weakens us to fight against the oppressor.
Right.
Can you think about how they mind? It's so hard. The reason why it's so hard for Northern Kingdom to come in is because they sincerely believe, majority of them sincerely believe that they are not us.
Right. Conquistadores.
Like, yes, and that is
They want to be Spanish.
So I know when I learned the truth, right? It took me about a year, but but then you like, oh my God, it's the truth. But they actually look at this and don't see themselves at all. No, I'm a conquistador. Can you imagine the confusion when they do start to be like, okay, this is us? Like that is
That let you know
we are destroyed.
when the Most High say he gonna
We are
smite you with
destroyed.
madness and blindness, bro. He is the king of
the king
terror.
of
Make you
terror.
forget
Remember,
everything. Like,
he said, "I'm gonna make your plays wonderful. I'm gonna do a wonderful thing."
this
with
thing
you."
here finna be tough.
So you gonna love him.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Hey,
you gonna love him.
we gotta. But you know what? That goes back, and I was telling the brothers that the blitz that took place with the captains in New Mexico.
Woo! That was something. That was really powerful.
You brothers and sisters don't understand the magnitude of what you do, why your calling is so heavy in this truth, and why we tell you men that are out in these states, boots need to be on the ground. Bishop, you always say that clean glass of water is what our people lack, and that's what they want. So you men, y'all got to be there. Our people are waiting.
Issachar tried to jump me in New Mexico.
Here he go.
There's that
Cap,
clip where Captain Shem is speaking to the Gadite brother.
Yes.
That every time I see it, I just get
chills.
Yeah, because you could see the spirit of life go in him.
Right.
And that really is like what the Acts of the Apostles are all about, where you can see him actually believing and repenting right there. So that was beautiful. Yeah.
And that's why we tell you, brothers and sisters, I don't want to be long-winded. Support the Booster Club. Get the prophets out there. Our people are waiting. They want this truth.
Shout out to Deacon Joshua, Captain Zephaniah, Captain Akio.
Yes.
Went out to Ecuador and tore that thing down.
That's right.
Mission number 41.
All praises to the Most High.
All praise.
Cap.
Yep. And shout out to the Issachar that called me Chongo. And that's our show for today. That is
He's still traumatized, y'all. Let him be. He's still traumatized, man.
But guess what? If you don't want to be called a Chongo or you want to leave your colorism behind, we have a school at 691 Highway 138 in Riverdale, Georgia. Come down, learn your nationality, learn your traditions, and put your colorisms behind. We have classes every day, all day. It used to be 3 times a day, 7 days a week. Now we got our own TV station, IUIC TV. Subscribe and pay the subscription and see all kind of exclusive content. If you want to donate to make Patient Saints better, you can donate at iuic.atlanta at israelunite.org. And if you want to donate to the Booster Club to help wake up our Northern Kingdom brothers and sisters who are really, really torn up by racism and oppression, you can donate to the Booster Club at iuic.fundraising at israelunite.org.
I want to read a scripture before we go. I gotta read the scripture. Hosea 5:15. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why I want this, because it ties in with what you're bringing in, and you're talking about how it used to be 3 times a day we had the videos. Now it's damn near 24 hours every day. Right. Deacon IBL brings that out all the time, and IUIC TV. So things have really moved in the right direction. Right. Here's the reason why, and this ties in with that statement that I reposted, rather, because it was out there. Hard times create strong men.
Right.
Okay.
I remember that.
Yeah. Read that.
Hosea chapter 5 verse 15. I will go and return to my place.
Go ahead.
Till they acknowledge their offense.
Until I put hard times on them.
And,
Go ahead.
And seek my face.
Go ahead.
In their affliction.
In your hard times.
They will seek me early.
Because you will become strong men. You will learn how to build your nation up through my Bible. You will learn how to make these women moldable, like we were talking about earlier. You'll know how to fix your nation in order, because my punishment is going to strengthen you.
That's right.
So not only did it deal with us in dealing with the television and so forth, it built us up in all kinds of ways, and organizing the nation, the families, the men, the women, the children. All of these things have put fire on our backs to really build in the face of our enemies.
All praises.
Bishop got a magnificent mind, man.
That was good.
All praise.
All praise to the Most High.
All right, we'd like to thank the number 1 tech team.
Number 3.
That's right.
Number 3?
That's right.
We'd like to thank the number 3 tech team in Israel.
It goes down as you talk.
Yeah,
number 9.
Yeah. I'd like to thank the number 18 tech team. All right, we got Officer Elisha, Officer Netchomai, Officer RL, Officer Dino, Officer Emmanuel, Officer Matthias, Soldier Uza, Soldier Uzziah, Soldier Caleb, Soldier Heman, the Reader, Soldier Nehemiah, and Soldier New God. Breakfast team today with Sister Basiah from the House of Soldier Yosef.
That other sister don't get no shine, Cap.
She didn't make it?
Nah, she got fired. I mean, yeah, she got fired.
She fired?
Yeah, she fired.
All right, well, it was just Sister Basiah today.
That's right. That sister worked hard by herself.
The food was on time, though.
By herself.
By herself. Not like last week.
Shout out to the House of Officer, to Soldier Yosef, man.
That's right.
That sister worked by herself.
All praises, all praises. And with that, brothers and sisters, we say Shalom.
Shalom, Israel.
have no idea what the truth is. That's why we're out here, to give you the truth. Psalms chapter 119, verse 142. Read. Psalms chapter 119 and verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy love